Hello, and now we're starting to get into the real heart of the course, and that's working on your paper, and especially your thesis statement. I'm sure you've heard that term before, but we're going to work on it some more, and we're going to do it as Frank Sinatra said, my way, the simple way to start off with. I've got 4 new lessons in the lessons area. Be sure you read that, talking about the tentative thesis and title. There's also some videos on plagiarism that I like a lot, and one from the Hot for Words lady, who I apologize if she's a little sexist, but she does get her point across when it comes to plagiarism. And she also has a very good website for you to use called WeBox that you can use as you're typing your paper to show if you're doing any plagiarism. So check those out. Assignments working on your tentative thesis and title. And then you're going to be putting that into a discussion for the tentative thesis and title. So check out the new assignments. Be sure you follow my simple 3-step plan or 3-part plan for your thesis. You state your position on the topic. That's where you're doing an argumentative or a persuasive topic. You have your position. I believe that such and such blah. This should be done or should not be done or whatever. Because of your 3 supports. You want to give 3 reasons why you have this position on your topic. So that's what should be in your tentative thesis statement. So post that into the discussion, and this time be a little more precise when you respond to somebody. Don't just say great thesis or good thesis, I like what you wrote. Tell them why you like it. Tell them what's good about it. Do they have a strong support situation? Do they stand? Do they have 3 good supports for the way they stand on their position? Be sure to comment on that. And when somebody comments on yours, don't just say thanks. Make some comment back to them. What did you like? What was so good about it that, you thought it was good enough? So we want to get a discussion going and not just simple responses like thanks and I really liked your thesis and thank you for responding to my thesis, so forth and so on. I want to start grading on the quality of your responses as well as how many you do. As for the APA, I'm going to be taking my time responding to those annotated bibliographies because what I've seen so far is what I expected. One thing I want you to remember, and you might want to write this on your hand or get it tattooed somewhere, when it comes to APA documentation and the correct format, you're going to find about 8 different ways to do it. Unfortunately, that's the way it is in the academic world when it comes to APA or almost any kind of documentation, MLA, Chicago, whatever. I remember one of my students commented he went to see Colleen Cullen, the reference librarian at WCTC, and she told him this is a way to do the APA, and according to what I showed you in my example for the APA annotated bibliography, it was different. And he asked which way should he do it, and I said do it my way. And that's the way you should do it in every class that you have from now on. When you have to write a paper and do documentation, specifically APA or MLA, you want to ask the professor, how do they want it done? What manual do they use? What styles do they use? Because everybody's going to be different. But the main thing I wanted you to learn on this, and that will be on the quiz when I give it, is basically what goes in your documentation, your reference documentation, your in-text citations, which we'll talk about later on. So I will be giving those back with comments, and we'll be working on those a lot more during the rest of the semester. So enjoy the new assignment. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will talk to you later.